Afternoon, comrades. With me here is, I'm the Secretary General of the Movement for Democratic Change, led by Dr. Khupe. With me here is the chairperson of the Women's Assembly, Lynette Mudewe. I'm quite sure you are here to cover our launch of our manifesto, which is called BEST, Building an Economy to Support Transformation for People's Livelihoods. I must be able to hasten to say that the reason why I'm here with my Women's Assembly chairperson is because of an influence that has been perpetuated by some of our leaders who say that they are leaders and yet they are not leading us. The Nelson Chamisa cabal, so to speak, stopped most of our members from coming to this launch by perpetrating political violence in different constituencies and areas in order to send a wrong signal that we don't have people and yet we've got people. Our launch in Bulawayo and our Congress in Bulawayo was a testimony in itself that we are a political party that is supported by the majority of the people of Zimbabwe, nationally, regionally, and internationally. I'm quite sure that most of you, if you have been going on social media, you've seen the unparalleled support that we have even in the diaspora in terms of the people who support our agenda. And we are the only party after the ruling party that launched its manifesto to give to the people what we want and what we believe is the best for the people of Zimbabwe. So I want to put it clearly that we're supposed to be meeting the candidates both at council level and at MP level in our launch of this manifesto. And these candidates were supposedly to bring their own structures to this launch. And unfortunately, because of the same way narrow, so to speak, usurped power when Morgan Tsvangirai, the deceased president of ours, was still in the mortuary. The same manner he did it, he has done it again. He's simply taking away power from the people. And I want to announce this officially, that the launch of our BEST manifesto has been postponed indefinitely so that we are able to deal with the housekeeping issues in our party and not in Nelson Chamisa's party. We are the MDC. We are the real MDC, and we shall continue to be the same. To say, our party stands for constitutionalism. Our party stands for devolution. Our party stands for creation of equal opportunities for all, including women. That's why we are pushing for equality, equity, parity in terms of how you must be able to respect women, because women's rights are human rights. So some of us, having been in the leadership in the past years, have accepted that we are all equal before God, because we were all created by the same God. So women can never be different from us as men, because they are leaders and they can be able to lead. That is the agenda we are pushing forward. In our manifesto, you will notice one thing. We are pushing for a 50-50 agenda in terms of equality and gender parity. And in the same, if you look at our standing committee, it's a 50-50. And if you look at the age average in our standing committee, it's actually 38. So what you call the generational consensus itself has been consented to within our party. What you call gender parity, it has been consented to within our party. We are a part of excellence, and we are creating the best for our own people, for the people of Zimbabwe. Thank you. We have actually, if you were to talk to our organizing secretary, she can actually give you texts coming from different constituencies and districts to that effect. So we have got empirical evidence, not only evidence, empirical. Thank you.
We see the president is not around. Was he also blocked from attending?
The president is not around here at the venue, but she is in Harare at a safe place, at a hotel somewhere in Harare. But she is in Harare.
You say a safe place. Was she under any attack?
You've seen and you've had experience of previous attacks. So that's why she's referring to a safe.
Also, we are not a new formation. The people who support Nelson Chamisa are our comrades. We have worked with them. When you see at our venue some vanguard comrades that we already know, and we see them at the venue, because we are all wearing red, but we know them because we've worked with them. We cannot definitely, as leadership, encourage our president to come at the venue. She will be attacked. So we have seen our fellow comrades, our former comrades at the venue, and they are the vanguard. So we could not allow the president to come at the venue. But she is here in Harare, and after this press conference, we're going to be meeting and having our small standing committee meeting after this event.
But just as a follow-up, the national chairman of the MDCT, led by Nelson Chamisa, announced that the vanguard was disbanded. So
that's an announcement, isn't it? You said that's an announcement. That's an announcement.
The vanguard is made up of
still
people.
Intact. Yeah, you can announce, but you can't disband.
In mine is, are there any developments regarding reconciliation with Nelson Chamisa Cabal, given that initially you started as a single entity, as a single family?
We've always said that we are open to any negotiation as long as it creates space for the progression of the lives of our people. So if there are any overtures from any quarters that want to create a new force and a different and a good force against the intransigence of ZANU-PF, we are prepared to be part and parcel of that. That space is still open.
But so far no progress has been made regarding reconciliation.
When you talk of progress, what do you mean?
Engagement, how far are you with negotiating or finding common ground?
We always seek common ground. So we'll continue to seek that common ground. How we'll do it is behind the closed doors, but as long as it creates a new phenomenon that says people must be respected beyond leadership, because we are servant leadership, then we'll be able to respect that. We have actually, if you were to talk to our organizing secretary, she can actually give you texts coming from different constituencies and districts to that effect. So we've got empirical evidence, not only empirical. Thank you.
We see the president is not around. Was he also blocked from attending?
The president is not around here at the venue, but she is in Harare at a safe place, at a hotel somewhere in Harare. But she is in Harare.
You say a safe place. Was she under any attack?
You've seen and you've had experience of previous attacks. So that's why she's referring to a safe.
Also, we are not a new formation. The people who support Nelson Chamisa are our comrades. We have worked with them. When you see at our venue some vanguard comrades that we already know, and we see them at the venue, because we are all wearing red, but we know them because we've worked with them. We cannot definitely, as leadership, encourage our president to come at the venue. She will be attacked. So we have seen our fellow comrades, our former comrades at the venue, and they are the vanguard. So we could not allow the president to come at the venue. But she is here in Harare, and after this press conference, we're going to be meeting and having our small standing committee meeting after this event.
But just as a follow-up, the national chairman of the MDCT, led by Nelson Chamisa, announced that the vanguard was disbanded. So
that's an announcement, isn't it? You said that's an announcement. That's an announcement.
The vanguard is made up of
still
people.
Intact. Yeah, you can announce, but you can't disband.
In mine is, are there any developments regarding reconciliation with the Nelson Chamisa cabal, given that initially you started as a single edit, as a single family?
We've always said that we are open to any negotiation as long as it creates space for the progression of the lives of our people. So if there are any overtures from any quarters that want to create a new force and a different and a good force against the intransigence of ZANU-PF, we are prepared to be part and parcel of that. That space is still open.
But so far no progress has been made regarding reconciliation.
When you talk of progress, what do you mean?
Engagement, how far are you with negotiating or finding common ground?
We always seek common ground. So we'll continue to seek that common ground. How we'll do it is behind the closed doors, but as long as it creates a new phenomenon that says people must be respected beyond leadership, because we are servant leadership, then we'll be able to respect that. Splendid, miraculous, acceptable.
Current experience that you've had, are you happy with the electoral environment as we head towards elections?
We can never be happy with this electoral environment. Why? Because even from our own side, isn't it, as the opposition, we are facing the same kind of, when you deal with electoral reforms, then in three ways. You deal with the political environment, you deal with the administration of it, and you deal with the legislation of it. What we are faced with in Zimbabwe is the political will to change in terms of our behavior as a people, in terms of how we do our business in politics. We are not seeing that even change of behavior from our own brothers and sisters. That's what we are seeking. So you need a political environment that is actually changed by the political will, by the political leadership itself, in order to arrest individuals from their vanguard, isn't it? To be able to say, this we cannot do to our brothers and sisters. That's what we are seeking. So it can never be Mnangagwa himself. It can never be Nelson Chamisa. It can never be. But it has to be a leadership responsibility to transform this political environment in order to accept that the free and fair election and credible election that we are seeking can actually become a reality, because we can do it and we've got the political will as a leadership. That's what we are seeking.